All right, welcome back to WMMA now with your host Chuck Stevenson coming at you with a fight review. So we're going to Japan. Deep Jules 43. We're going to the main event. Interim Strawweight Championship on the line. Arisa Matsuda coming in at 3-0, taking on Machi Fukuda coming in at 4-0. This was going to be a good fight because you got two undefeated fighters. You've got a title on the line, even if it's interim title. And Machi Fukuda coming in, a lot of popularity behind her. Only 4 fights in her career, and she's already very popular. So let's get into it. So first round starts, and fight starts with some back and forth fighting, striking. Matsuda slipped though, and Fukuda used it to drive to the clinch on the fence. Second minute they exchanged some clinch knees, jockeyed for position. Machi got 2 takedowns. But each time she got Matsuda down, Matsuda was immediately back up, like Joanna Jędrzejczyk style. Some more clinch knees from both. Then they separated. Some more striking back and forth. Matsuda on her back foot. Machi leading. Then there was another clinch. Machi almost got her down. But, man, Matsuda's takedown defense is really good in the first round. And then there was some more knees from both to finish. So pretty good first round, back and forth action. Second round, Machi got a takedown early. Matsuda butt scooted to the cage, worked her way up. Some clinch work, but the ref broke it up. They didn't want him in the clinch too long. Matsuda landed a hard right hand. Then Machi landed one of her own. Machi ducked under a punch for a takedown. But again, Matsuda got to the fence, started punching her way back up to her feet. Referee stopped the fight to check on Machi's nose. She was bleeding some. Then they restarted. Right hand landed for Matsuda. A kick and punches for Machi. Some more clinch work. Machi landed some hands on the break though. It was really nice. She broke the clinch and landed like 2 or 3 punches. Machi landed another right hand. Another clinch off of a Machi takedown attempt. Machi got a little bit of control time, landed more elbows on the break. And that was another time too. She landed like 2-3 straight elbows off that clinch break. Really nice clinch work. And then Matsuda briefly managed to jump on Machi's back at the end of the round. So again, another good round. I thought it was more Machi's round. Third round started, and a really quick ankle pick by Machi. Very fast, just past the side control, and then past the mount. Now Matsuda was able to control Machi's posture, forcing her to go back to side control. Wasn't allowing her to get anything done in the mount. So Machi went back to side control. A couple knees to the body by Machi. Briefly regained mount. Then went back to side control. Just couldn't really get anything done again. Finally, we got some punches by Machi after some inactivity. And then Matsuda scrambled to her base. But this allowed Machi to get to her back. And then finally, final 10 seconds, Machi went for an RNC, but Arisa Matsuda survived. So this went to the judges. And in Deep Jules, for title fights, they use 5 judges. 3 of them saw it 29-28 for Matsuda. 2 of them saw it 29-28 for Machi Fukuda. So your winner and the new Deep Jules interim strawweight champion, Arisa Matsuda. Now, on first watch, I had Machi Fukuda winning. And a lot of people on social media did too. Watching it again, and after someone reminded me, in Japan, they score damage pretty much above all. Watching it again, I go, okay, I can definitely see why they gave it to Matsuda. Because Machi had a lot of control time, but she really did nothing with her control time. Like, when they were clinching on a cage, it was practically neutral because both were landing knees at range. Arisa Matsuda was landing the better strikes overall. Did the most damage. Yeah, she dealt more damage, landed more meaningful strikes. Whereas Machi Fukuda was mostly more about the control time. And here's the thing, though, and you can't blame biased judging here, because this was kind of set up to be a win for Machi Fukuda. She was the one really being pushed in this fight, not Arisa Matsuda. So can't really even say, oh, well, the judges favored Matsuda. No, or the promotion was favoring Matsuda. No, this is a Machi setup fight. Now, my final note here. Do I get some water? My final note. This fight reopens a long-running debate on internet MMA. Whether it's on forums or across social media, people are always arguing what is the best base for MMA. Well, we just saw a former professional baseball player in Arisa Matsuda. Yes, she was a former girls professional baseball player. We just saw a former pro baseball player beat a wrestler. So, now you got to ask, is baseball the new best base for MMA? We could almost make the argument for it. I definitely think that helps her with her striking, because you know how to move your hips to swing the bat. You got to put the hips into your striking. I can actually see how baseball kind of helps Matsuda out here. So, I just thought that was a little funny, because it reopens that debate. Is baseball the new best base for MMA? Anyway, let's talk things to work on for the champ, Arisa Matsuda. Well, she needs to learn how to fight off her back more. She was just kind of stuck there. Now, Machi Fukuda is a decent wrestler, good wrestler, so it was a little hard for her to get anything done off of her back. But she's got to learn. She's got to do more off of her back. She can't just try to hold position and prevent damage and stuff. You gotta work for it. You gotta work for sweeps. You gotta work to get back to guard. Gotta be able to fight off your back. For Machi Fukuda, well, her biggest problem is that she is all ground and no pound. She gotta start striking on the ground, working out ground and pound. Other than a few knees, it took her until I think the 4th or 5th minute to finally start landing punches on the ground. Or start even throwing punches. And it's like, you've had her on since, I think it was like the first 10 seconds, maybe 15, that she had Arisa Matsuda on her back. And she was not landing the ground and pound. So she's got to start throwing some ground and pound. Japanese judges don't reward control time like that. Now, for fights to make, this is where things get a little difficult. Okay, for Arisa Matsuda, now automatically you want her to unify the title with the current Deep Jewel Strawweight champ, Huseka Izawa. But she's also a champ in Rizin, and she's been fighting in Rizin far more lately than she's been fighting in Deep Jewels or Deep. So we might not get that title unification for a while. Which then leads to a problem for both her and Machi Fukuda. And that's in that there's nobody really for them to fight at strawweight in Japan. Matsuda's already 4-0. Fukuda's 4-1. There aren't that many strawweights in Japan for them left to fight, if any. So, at this point, their best option is for both of them to seek work overseas. And while they've been a dumpster fire lately, I think Combate Global would be a good fit for both of them. Matsuda striking matches up well, and Fukuda has the wrestling for her to do really well there. And Combate strawweights, that has been like the least active division they have. So, yeah, they both need to fight overseas. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Arisa Matsuda defeats Machi Fukuda via decision. Let me know your thoughts on it in the comments down below. If you liked the vid, please hit that thumbs up button. And while you're at it, go ahead and subscribe to WMAC Now, the best, most complete women's mixed martial arts dedicated platform on YouTube. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.